Welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello, Semi.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. How are you going?
I'm doing very, very well. Tonight, for folks who are new, we're going to be working on computer programming tonight, and we're going to be working on building an HTML and CSS website. So, should we get started?
Yes, let's get started.
All right. And we're going to have a number of guests on the show tonight. We have a number of folks here who will be joining us tonight as we go. So we're going to bring them on. They're going to be coding with us. And you're welcome. You're totally welcome to code along with us tonight. Feel free to code along and join us. I'm going to bring our guests up now. So welcome, Owen.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Glad to have you. And welcome, Q.
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, all right. Fixed it.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Glad to have you.
Yeah.
And how are you both doing today? And then I'm going to bring in our third person.
What's up, everybody? This is Zaku. How are you doing tonight, guys?
Welcome, Zaku. Cool. So should we get started?
Yeah.
Right on.
Great. All right, Semi.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is my screen we're looking for. All right, so just take a look at this screen and everybody tell me what they noticed so far.
Okay, oh no, I'm not muted. Hello. Okay, so
Oh, sorry.
Seeing a blank, mostly a blank page. Seeing some files on the left side. That says photo, got emotion, face, graffiti, irises, laces.
Right.
The assets of a photo are in this photo group.
Yes.
I'm hearing that, Owen, you noticed photo and face and some of the different things. And Zuko, you noticed that these are the assets of a project. Anyone notice anything else?
Oh, I'm noticing the cool commands on the screen for VS Code.
I'm noticing some code commands for VS Code.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got assets, we notice VS Code, we notice that we have folders. So I'm going to go ahead. And I've created a new file.
Yeah, what do you notice?
Mm,
We got an opening for we got the blinking bar to write some text on the screen.
It's a blank HTML file.
All right. We got blank bar, right? Blank HTML file. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and type out the words hello world. And what I'm going to do is drag this file I have into my browser. And tell me, what do you notice here?
Okay, so I'm seeing a text from the left screen being printed onto the right screen. I'm seeing, as it should, and then we're seeing some more like detailed, code on the right with HTML on top. Then we have a couple tags, head, and then body with hello world in between it, and then we got close HTML tag.
All right, so we got an HTML tag and more complicated code. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to BA.
Yeah, actually, stay with it for just a second because it's having a little bit of trouble sharing my screen. So actually,
Okay.
if you want to stay with it for a sec, that's good.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a bit more content on screen. So what do you notice I'm doing here?
made an H1 tag.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello world inside it. So noticing a P tag too with hello world inside it as well.
All right. So I've gone ahead and wrapped the hello world in a couple of different tags, and we notice, what do we notice here?
The text bigger. So we got three different. So we got hello world, then we got some space, then a bold and larger hello world, and then we got that same text from the top on the bottom as well. So
All right.
yeah, in the heading font and sub types. I'm forgetting the words right now, but yeah.
Are you talking about over here when you say subtypes?
When I said subtypes, what I meant to say was like the default fonts and size for heading 1. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at one of our photos here. Not this one, this one. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and place that photo on screen. What did you notice about what I did there?
Looks like so a few things. One of them is looks like you're using like an image. I want to say an image tag, but it also doesn't have a closing tag. So it just looks like it says image src, which I imagine that is source equals, photo slash face slash photo dot png, and that looks like um the the directory where it's coming from, or just like where it's stored at. Um, and then alt face, which I wonder is that just like a way to just kind of like tag it in case someone, just to make it like accessible to like say people who rely on text to speech, so they're like, oh, this is a face, or maybe it means something else. I don't know, but yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I recently learned alt means if it doesn't like load correctly, that's what it says, right?
So how can we test that?
We could.
We moved the photo.png from that file from that file and put it somewhere else,
Mm,
and then we test out the page to see what it'll say.
okay, we could do that. Let's first run this and see what happens, see if it is working. So it is working. And now I'm going to move the photo.
Oh,
What
Yeah.
do you notice?
it looks like almost like an emoji of a page, and then face off person, and then it says face off person, which is what's an alt.
And by the way, y'all, I've got my screen working now. So if you want to see a terminal version, should I bring up a terminal version, or we want to just keep flowing this way?
I'm impartial to either.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
both, and it could be both. So I'll show.
Yeah,
it
let's see
for a second.
both. Yeah,
What's that?
both would be great.
Yeah. So, so what do you notice right now?
Typed in touch and then a file, HTML file, labeled index.
Yeah, and actually, before I even press enter here, if I do this, what do you notice?
It didn't list. Well, ls is listing the files on your listing files, right? And it didn't show any files.
Mm-hmm.
That was odd.
And then I go like this, and I press return, and I do this. What do you notice?
It looks like the touch. It looks like touch index HTML added it to a file. That's what it looks like. So when you did,
So I hear you saying that the touch. You said it added it to a file.
I did. So before, maybe before when you pressed ls, the reason nothing came up was because there were no files, and then when you did touch index HTML, you added a file.
So yeah, so your theory is that when I did touch index.html, that added a file, because before when I did ls, there were no files, and that's your working theory?
That's my working theory.
Cool. Are there any puzzles for anybody about this so far? Anyone noticing any puzzles? So now, what do you all notice here?
We're seeing a different format.
And what do you notice now?
Oh. So there's a new intro. So there's that intro money sign X example or examples. And so that's like out of a trying to think what language it would be. Would that be Linux?
So you're wondering if it's Linux?
Linux.
Well,
Yes.
and it's interesting, right? Because that like the founder of it is named Linus Torvald, but there's a video of him pronouncing it. He pronounced it Linux, but so, but you're wondering if it's Linux.
Yes.
And so if I press this now, if I open that file, let's see.
I'm sorry, just really check. Is there audio problems right now?
No.
Smooth? Cool.
Yeah, everything sounds good. Is everything good for y'all?
Yeah.
My fan just turned on, so I wanted to check that real quick.
Yeah, I'm just hearing a lot of wind, but it's
What's
not.
that?
I'm hearing a lot of wind, but it's not bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're not on, I might mute you, but feel free to unmute yourself.
Okay.
So okay, so I did open index at HTML. What do you all notice here?
I'm seeing a graph of some sorts on the left side, like an X and Y axis.
You see, so you're seeing an X and Y axis. What else are you seeing?
The dimensions of the page, it looks like. In terms of pixels, that is. Also seeing what's it called? Also seeing the HTML inside. Oh, the HTML that's being represented on the screen, despite it being blank. And we're also seeing the CSS, or at least like the style elements, so to speak. So it just looks like there's like a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of utility over here. Like there's also like console commands. So some that says sources, layout, font. So yeah.
Yeah, so you're noticing a lot of you're noticing HTML, CSS, and so now I'm copycatting Semi. I won't say hello world. I can say here, since I'm I'm going to be focusing on tonight, from my point of view, is helping folks learn to make websites. And so then, if I come back over here, what do you notice?
Oh, it's printing. It's printing onto the page on the left. So I'm seeing helping folks learn to
there's
make
printing
websites.
onto the page to the left.
I'm also noticing that pixels, the dimensions, 458 pixels by 691 pixels is like it's like on top of it, but it's not actually on the page.
Yeah, because I could also go like that, right? And so I'm now, then I do that. What do you notice now?
It's gone into the heading 1 font and size and bold.
Yeah. So Semi, do you want to take it back now? Oh, you're muted.
You want to do the photo part, or?
Oh shit! Yeah, I can do that too, for sure. Now, So what are you noticing right now?
I'm noticing a lot of files that came up.
Noticing a lot of files. Yeah. Anything else anyone's noticing?
All the different files have different file endings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Many different file endings. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Oh, they're also sorted alphabetically.
You're noticing alphabetical sorting,
Mm-hmm.
and what else do you notice?
The screen's kind of changing pretty fast.
What's that?
I said the screen's kind of changing pretty fast.
The screen's changing pretty fast.
Yeah.
What else? What else are folks noticing? So now, if I ls, did anybody notice anything happen or change here?
Oh, it looks like you added the picture of BA, or is this a picture called BA.jpg into the same folder as index.html. It also kind of looks like there's two index.htmls, which is kind of confusing.
What's the difference between the two?
One of them has like kind of like a squiggly line towards the end of it.
Yeah, one's got a squiggly line at the end of it.
Yeah. Oh.
So what do you notice now?
I'm seeing a gorgeous photo printed onto the website.
A gorgeous photo on the website. Anybody else notice anything else?
I see long, beautiful hair that I wish I have.
Long, beautiful hair.
Yeah, I had to cut my hair short to protect the roots of my hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Hair care is no joke.
If you're in the audience, by the way, feel free to say hi. Feel free to, if you're following along, feel free to ask any questions you might have.
I will say I love the idea of just like really starting with like really basic, like, because I've been thinking a lot with HTML. I've been thinking a lot about like what would I want to do, like what kind of website would I want to make, like what kind of like how would I want to make like what kind of like space would I want to make. And I think it's interesting to think about like on really simple terms, just saying what you're trying to do and then kind of like print it off and understand that like building a website is something that's like kind of in the moment and can kind of grow into something rather than you have everything planned and then you execute it all at once. And I guess either way could work, but it's just interesting to me.
Yeah, it's important. Sometimes like we're building something and like we just kind of need to do it, you know? but Semi, do you want to take back over now?
Yes, I do. Go ahead. All right, cool. So I'm going to move into some styling. Just remember, well, let's just take a look at what we have so far. And I'm going to delete these two up here. Here's a new H1. And can anybody, tell me what they notice happens when I do this? Go at 100. So what do you notice there?
It looks like kind of I don't know what you'd call it. Well, it changed the border from it being a square to it being a circle.
The borders have been rounded.
Yes. So just real quick, I'm going to scale it back to 50. Take a look here. All right, so now we have, I'm going to change this to a different type of H tag. And now just notice the arrangement we have of this, of the contents of the page.
Yeah, what does everybody notice?
It looks like it's all kind of aligned to the left. Each thing is like, looks like each thing is like right beneath the other. Yeah.
All right, so we have a line to the left. Everything is right next to each other, right beneath each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here, I'll if you want, I'll take over for a second too, and I'll add another feature. What
Yeah, go
feature?
ahead.
What feature should I add to mine? Like, for instance, feel free to welcome back, Owen.
Oh, hi. Thank you.
Yeah,
I,
it's all good. Yeah,
I press Command R instead of Command D.
classic. So, is there anything folks want me to add? I could, for instance, make a little. Change the background a little bit of the main heading, for instance. So, if I was to do that now. So, what did you notice I just did over here? What do you see here? What do folks notice? Can you see it okay?
Ooh, I
Sorry.
would like to copy what you have on screen with the H1 style background color, white color, all that stuff.
Oh, actually, let me switch. Actually, let me switch it up now too. Look at this. So, do you want to see what this looks like?
Yes.
What do you notice?
That there's now a text background.
Yeah, but it's kind of inverted. Because previously, like the background was white. Yeah, previously, I guess there really wasn't any kind of background. But yeah, it created like a black background and a white, and turned the color of the text to white.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Are there any puzzles for anyone at this stage?
Can you go back with the H1 background and all that stuff?
You
I
want to
want
see
to
the
see what
H1?
happens. Yeah. Again. Back to the beginning at first, and then let me see. So H1 style.
Yeah. I imagine with the colors, it's only a few that you can just like straight up just like write up like which color you want.
There's actually, let me share a resource here for everyone very quickly. Zuko, did this cut you off? Zuko, did I cut you off?
Well, I'd like to go back to it soon.
Okay, let me. So this is, I'm going to put this in the chat, but this is a website where you can, a simple JavaScript tool.
Oh,
And I'm going to put this in the chat.
awesome. Thank you.
And then let me come back here. And then Semi, if you want to take over after me, you can add another feature too. And we can just alternate.
Okay.
Does anybody in the room have any features you want to add to the page you're making, by the way? Zuko, did you get this? I can type it in the chat too if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Okay.
What about some profile picture decorations after this?
What kind of decorations are you thinking?
Like grass at the bottom of the profile picture? That type of thing?
I see. So you're thinking about like how we might like combine the picture with other pictures? Yeah, and just for folks, this is the kind of code we're using. It's also in the chat, but I just wanted to share it for everybody.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you want to, Zuko, do you want to start getting some grass together for yours maybe, and maybe take a profile picture? Semi, would you like to take over now?
Yeah, I can add one more feature onto my site.
Okay, cool.
So I'm actually going to turn this H4 into a P tag. I actually don't believe that's how you do it. My bad.
What'd you say, Semi?
That's not how you do it. Let me retry.
Oh, okay. Are you thinking of font size?
Yeah. There we go. So
Yeah, what does everyone notice?
yeah, just real quick.
So, I guess, first off, looks like Semi they changed the P tag. No, they changed to a P tag. They changed the style. No, they changed the font size to 100 pixels, the color to aqua, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Alright. Change the font size and the color. I can add on one more thing. So what does everybody notice here?
So it looks like the picture of the calculator. It instead of it being like right beneath Jane, adding float left, put it right next to Jane. Um, it's kind of interesting because I think Jane also had like the float left style. At least the P tag with Jane, and it also had like the float left. So I think that it would go right next to like profile one, but it didn't.
So I'm hearing we thought it would go right next to profile one, but it didn't. Didn't
Yeah.
work as expected.
Wait, could you see like the image source where it says image source line 6, like what it looks like towards the end? Because I thought you just copy and pasted. All right, okay, yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I
My
just want to
bad.
confirm. All right, cool. Nice.
I could add one more thing if you don't want to take over BA.
Yeah, go ahead. No, we can wait. Yeah, keep going for it.
Yeah. So I'm going to add this. And does everybody notice now that I've added that in? Oops.
It doesn't look like anything changed. Oh, I guess no, except for on what's it called on the it's not a console. Um, at the right of the page, right where it says elements, like on that text. Yeah, it looks like it created that like div drop down thing. And it kind of consolidated the code right beneath that div. So that's cool.
So now what does everybody notice?
Or,
Yeah, you can make that a little smaller. But
okay. So looks like you added a style. Also go to the div. You added style margin 20. Um, and that kind of changed the margin. I'm not really sure, like, it's 20% relative to what. Um, maybe to the whole size of the screen. So, it's got, the margins are like kind of like 20% in each direction. That's my guess.
and we can visualize this a bit.
What happens when you resize the window?
Let me show that.
Oh, okay. Wait, so
Oh, nice.
right. I guess it seems like it's a way to just like kind of keep the website looking the same regardless of the page size.
We could definitely test that out. So if I resize like this,
Do you have any?
does the theory still stand?
The what?
Does the theory still stand with?
Somebody want to restate the theory?
That what's it called? I think it's a way to like make sure that it looks the same, kind of like regardless of like how you resize it. But I don't know.
And BA, what did you want to say?
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay.
Unless actually, what do you notice are the differences between the two divs? And feel free to resize more, Semi.
Okay.
So I'd say the second one is lower. It's further to the middle. Yeah. Those are the two main differences.
Yeah. Do you notice any? Why? Like it's like I notice in margin it says 20 pixels, and I notice 20% as well.
Yeah. Oh, I guess maybe it's 20% of the pixels. Huh? Is that what it is? That's because you know what? I guess if you put an easy number, that's like easy dimensions where it's easy to like get like 20% of it, and then you put those numbers for the margin of one of them, I think we confirmed that.
Wait, can you say that again? So you're saying we could prove it that way?
Yeah. So say what is it? All right. Say the dimensions are 500 by 500, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then for the one where we're putting the exact pixels, we put we put 100 instead.
pixels here.
Yeah. Ah, look at that. Okay. All right. I feel validated. I feel vindicated.
What just happened? What do you all notice?
So now they're like on top of each other perfectly. All right.
Oh, I actually got rid of this. Hang on.
Oh.
My bad.
Wow. Wait. So you got rid of that's the 20% one.
So this one is the 20%. This one is the 100.
That doesn't make a lick of sense.
What could you change it to something that could help you make sense of it?
All right. Oh,
Could you just change like the percentage, maybe, like
Yeah.
to like 30%?
Yes, I can. Now what do you notice?
it looks like it's closer to the left. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, it's closer on the left, and it went further down, I think. The page.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 20%. Yeah, I think it's more. So it looks like it's both, like on the X and the Y. It's affecting both from both directions. Like the X and the Y axis number. But I guess there's also these two, because it's all. Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Anybody else want to say anything?
What happens when we change the pixel one to low values of pixels, like 1 pixel, for instance, of margin?
Thinking right. Yeah, it goes further up and closer to the edge of the page.
Mm-hmm. What happens if we resize
If we resize,
the window again? Even just gradually.
Oh, it stays where it's at, right?
What happens if we move the bar left and right to adjust it with more variation?
Right. So it looks like.
What were you gonna say?
It looks like the second one is moving, but I don't know if that's just like the window that's moving.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, it doesn't
Could
look
you make
like.
it? Could you make it more exaggerated? Is there a number you could change it to exaggerate it more?
Like 100%, 100%.
Should we try 100%?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where is it? Oh.
And then if you resize it?
Oh,
challenge.
look at that.
Mhm.
So, okay, this makes more sense now, right?
Yeah.
Because if 100% is all the way to the bottom, was it the bottom right? Right. I feel like this is what I was saying. It's like it's slow. It's kind of like moving. Like the higher the percentage, the more the closer, the more it moves to the bottom right of the screen. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So is it on that like diagonal? The screen, if we're going on the screen, the diagonal
Right.
axis.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Could
it
check
doesn't.
that.
So we went to like, yeah. So it should, and if that's true, then it should be in the middle. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
What happens if we resize the screen smaller and smaller?
They should stay in place.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like.
Because, not to interrupt you, but yeah, because I
You look
agree,
at
because
the
it's
top
like
one coming in too.
the page is like a set amount of pixels, and the percentage is going to be based on
That's tough.
whatever pixels. It'll change with the pixels.
And I think BA said something too.
I was just reflecting back that Owen said it'll change with the pixels.
And I was just gonna go ahead and put the middle percentages in.
I like this. Like one of the ways to like solve a problem is to like create kind of a I just had the word. So you have the different extremes, so you can like compare it to those extremes. See?
This is Jane Pixel here.
Hello.
So yeah, I'm hearing Owen that by looking at different extremes, that you can learn about something that way.
And I'm just gonna comment out Jane Pixel so that the pixel one, so you guys can take a look at this.
How much longer, folks, do we want to keep going? Is this enough for tonight? Or go ahead. What are you saying?
Oh no! Please go ahead, because let me give me a second.
Do we want to keep going tonight, or do we want to leave ourselves wanting to explore this more next week?
I'm just processing all I have learned tonight, and I kind of don't have any more memory to do things. So that way I can recognize and just remember the escape symbols for Lua. Because I know that's important.
Yeah.
No,
so,
I mean escape sequences.
Yes. So, are there any puzzles that folks have tonight at the end of the night that you're thinking about, or anything?
I do have a puzzle.
Yeah, tell me about it.
How I want to know how I can put a file, like a photo from my files into like an HTML page.
Yeah. Do you want to do that right now?
Sorry.
Or next time?
We can do that next time.
Yeah. Okay. For sure. Great. Anything else, folks?
I think that's it.
What did folks learn tonight?
Um,
You want to share what you learned a little bit?
Yeah, that margin. If you use a percentage, that, because you know what, because I felt like I already had an idea of it, but I wasn't really sure, and just like what's it called? Just like making multiple divs with like different percentages, that really helped clear things out for me. So, I think I just learned that problem solving technique. So I think that was really awesome.
I learned that if you're trying to locate an item, like an object, onto your page, there's a time when it would be helpful to use like specific pixels of exactly where you want it to be, and sometimes it's helpful to do a percentage, like it's just depending on where you want it on your page.
Yeah, so you can use a pixel or a percentage depending on where you want to put it. Anyone else want to share what you learned tonight?
Well, honestly, thank you so much, Semi, and everyone else for teaching me about the escape sequences in Lua, some HTML, and also learning more about LS. So I have garnered some new information tonight.
So we had escape sequences in Lua, we had HTML and CSS, and we had what was the last one?
LS
LS. That's right, LS. So
identifies the directory.
So yeah, I hear you saying that it identifies the directory. And see, I can share that tonight I learned, what did I learn tonight? I learned tonight just how great it is to jump into this with everybody, and how like we came up with this idea of doing this spontaneously, and so we all met tonight spontaneously, and it all came together. Do you want to share anything you learned tonight, Semi?
Yes, I learned a bit about teaching tonight. Learning a bit about facilitation. That was pretty much what I learned tonight.
Learned about teaching and facilitation. That is a huge win for us all. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, this has been really. I mean, this has been a really nice night. I've really enjoyed spending this together with y'all. I want to just share that if you're if you're hoping to learn more or get involved, you can visit our website, codewhatever.us. Feel free to visit it. We are a 501c3 in the state of Illinois. So if you want to see us doing more workshops like this, we can afford to do them if you donate. Just a little bit of money goes a long way to paying staff and for paying for different infrastructure pieces, but mostly staff. So we hope that you enjoyed this. Feel free to say hello to us. Feel free to reach out, and feel free to join us next time. We'll be meeting again on Sunday of this week to explore. We're going to be reading at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern in our Human Rights Literacy group, Noura Erakat, Justice for Some, The Question of Palestine and the Law. We'll be reading the introduction in chapter 1 of that. So if you want to join our book group, email info@codewhatever.us, info@codewhatever.us. And that's all. I think that's all I've got for today. You got anything, Semi?
No, I don't have anything.
All right. Well, thank you. And thanks everyone for coming.
Everyone.
Thanks to all our guests. This has been a really lovely evening, and we look forward to having many more with you all. So thank you so much, everybody.
Ciao.
Bye.
Until
Ciao.
another time.
Until another time, thanks so much, everyone.
See you later, alligators.
Later,
Wild
wild
crocodiles.